So you're moving to the East Alabama area and you're really scoping out Auburn and Opelika and all the different towns. Well, today we're going to talk about the pros and cons as to why you should probably want to live in Opelika, Alabama. Hey everyone, it's Alex Acuff with the Acuff Weekly group here in Auburn. And if this is your first time to our channel, I want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. That way you don't miss another video. And we are loving the reach outs. We cover the whole East Alabama, Auburn, Opelika, Phoenix City area. And we get reach outs from all over the country and really around the world for people moving to this area. And we absolutely love it. So if you're looking to make the move to this area, to the Auburn, Opelika, East Alabama area, I want you to go ahead and pick up the phone. You can give us a call, you can text us, or even email us. So Opelika is conveniently located in that I-85 corridor between Montgomery and Atlanta. And it's also right next door to Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama, which is what we call a sister city. And what you'll notice is that this town has phenomenal job growth. It's got great industry all over the board, covering all different facets. And you can also just have a great quality of life while you're here. And I moved here about 8 years ago and we absolutely love it. I personally do not live in Opelika, but I live right next door in Auburn. But I always find myself over in Opelika on the weekends if we're looking to have a good time. And we're going to get into that in these pros and cons. So pro number one is the job market. Forbes and the Milken Institute have highly recognized, nationally recognized Opelika as one of the best performing small cities in the country. So they've ranked us as far as sustainability and job growth. In fact, since 2005, the city of Opelika has pledged over $1 billion into that industrial growth, and we have absolutely seen that come to fruition here in 2021 and as we lead into 2022. Personally, as a real estate agent here in town, I've had the opportunity of working with people that have worked for the great auto manufacturer companies like Mando and Kia and Hyundai. They come from all over the place. It's so diverse, the people that you meet. It's really awesome because I'm from a little bit smaller town, about 45 minutes outside of here, and we just don't see that kind of diversity in the job market as far as living in Opelika and having that opportunity to meet all the different people. And also the job market with the healthcare, we do have East Alabama Medical Center. I love working with all the doctors and employees and nurses. It's wonderful to serve the people here in the healthcare industry. EAMC is really a staple of the area. It really serves this greater metro area, Auburn, Opelika, Lee County. It's really a go-to place, and I've also had the opportunity to have both my kids were born there. So I know they're top notch and they do a great job. Pro number two is that there's tons of activities to do. You've got golf at the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail on the north side of Opelika. If you haven't played golf there yet, I highly suggest you just make a trip with your friends or your family, come on down and experience some world-class golf. It was on the PGA Tour for the Barbasol. And so we really pride ourselves on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Also, for the families, we do have the municipal park, which is right near the historic district, just north of downtown. And also, we have the Opelika Sportsplex. So if you're looking for a lot of activities, whether you're a young professional, you're just now moving to the area, you have a family, you have kids, really cool thing we have here is the Opelika Sportsplex. And so with that, there's pickleball. They have a phenomenal pickleball course. They have soccer fields. They've got an entire 18-hole disc golf course. They've got a couple-mile running track around the entire facility. As well as indoor, they do have basketball courts. They've got a full gym, as well as Olympic swimming and regular swimming pools. So check out the Opelika Sportsplex. And if you're looking for more things to do in downtown, I highly suggest you go check out aotourism.com. I'll put a link in the description for you guys. So absolutely go check that out. There's always activities going on. As we roll into the holidays, we're about to experience the lighting of the Christmas tree in downtown Opelika. And you can walk downtown, all those activities. So there's plenty to go around. As well as in March, we do have the azalea and dogwood trails. So if you're into seeing really neat floral arrangements around homes, landscaping, that's a really good opportunity. And you can absolutely just Google Azalea and Dogwood Trail Opelika, and you'll find all the information you need. Pro number 3 is downtown Opelika. Like I was saying, it's very walkable. You do have the Main Street area, which is really neat to see. It's a little bit different from most historic areas. Opelika is very rich in history and industry, and the downtown area has been very well revitalized and preserved. So you're going to see a lot of new, they've got a lot of new renovated buildings and restaurants and retail in the area. So there's a lot of opportunity to go and spend some time downtown with friends and family on the weekend. If you're looking for a great place to eat, Zazu's in downtown is a very frequent place for me and my wife to have a good date night. And then we hop over to the breweries. Also even have the distillery John Emerald. And another great part of that downtown culture with the retail is that we have a lot of local artisans that are designing clothes, designing wares. And so if you're looking for really neat art, you're looking to decorate, you're moving to the area, and you're looking to really just tie into the community, I highly suggest you go downtown. You'll have to visit the courthouse anyways to claim your homestead or register for your tags. So if you guys need any help with that, once again, I'll just put my information here on the screen. So if you need any help with the downtown area, feel free to reach out to me and my team. We'd love to help you. Pro number 4 is that it's not Auburn. And if you're not from the area, you probably don't know exactly what I'm talking about. So when I say Auburn, Auburn is a college town, home of Auburn University, the Auburn Tigers. And so with that Auburn's got a much smaller downtown than Opelika. And so that downtown's got it's got a couple bars, but they're predominantly overran by college students. So it's very much the college feel. So if you're out of college and you're looking for that opportunity to really kind of network and meet people, I highly suggest hopping over to Opelika. And also what we mean by not Auburn is the cost of the homes. So the real estate market in Opelika is a little less expensive than Auburn. You do get more bang for your buck. Auburn really prides themselves on their location to Auburn University. So if you're not so much worried about the university, maybe you work in West Point, Georgia, or if you work in the Opelika area, I highly suggest just check out online, just check out a bunch of different homes and kind of look at the comparisons of like a 3-bedroom home in Opelika versus a 3-bedroom in Auburn. And also with that downtown area, something you'll notice in Auburn that Opelika just doesn't have is the high rises. And what I mean by high rises is, they have a bunch of student living buildings that are being built in downtown Auburn. And a lot of the hardcore Auburn people are very much in favor of it ruining the look. But Opelika has really done a great job. Main Street, it's just beautifully preserved. All the buildings are in pretty darn good condition for the age. We've also got the railroad track right down there in downtown, so it's really got a cool cultural feel, as well as the historic district that's just north of there if you want to go see some really cool homes that were built in the early 1900s. I really want to take this opportunity to give you guys some cons that are pretty relevant that you may not know if you don't live here, but I've polled a group on Facebook that's a bunch of people that live, work, and play here in the Auburn-Opelika area. So go ahead and be prepared. So number 1 is the word Opelika. And the word Opelika is not pronounced Opelika, Opelika. There's been a couple different pronunciations I've heard over the years, but it's Opelika. Another con, if you're moving here from a little bit larger city, maybe you're moving here from Birmingham or Salt Lake or just anywhere around the country, it's a little bit bigger metro area, more city vibe. You probably have places like Trader Joe's and Costco. Well, we don't have those in Opelika, unfortunately. They don't even have a Publix. They don't even have a Walmart neighborhood market or a Whole Foods. So if you're looking for those places, you're going to have to go to Publix in Auburn, as well as Sam's. It's in Auburn, Opelika area. I can't remember. It's off the Bent Creek exit. But if you want to go to Costco, you've got to go to Montgomery. If you want to go to Trader Joe's, I'm pretty sure you either have to go to Birmingham or you have to go to Atlanta. So if you're looking for those places, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'll go ahead and give you the insider secret on where to find it is Parkway Farmers Market. So over off of First in Opelika, right near where the mills were torn down, you can just Google Parkway Farmers Market, and you'll actually find that you can go there and get a lot of local produce. It's been put there by the local farmers that are selling it. So it's always great to support local. So check that out, Parkway Farmers Market. So the next con would be the roads. The roads in Opelika, they're really not that great. You know, as far as the complaints that I heard on Facebook is that we need more bike trails and we need more sidewalks in Opelika. So there's definitely some as far as sidewalks in the historic district, but there's really not a whole lot of sidewalks elsewhere. Downtown, like I said, is very walkable. And then also one of the most phenomenally annoying roads you can possibly go down is the Waverly Parkway. So if you're headed through downtown Opelika and you head out like you're going towards Auburn, towards Highway 280, going the north side back way to Auburn, you're going to hit Waverly Parkway, and it sounds like this. So every time, if you're on the phone with somebody like me and other agents on my team and I'm talking to them, I know exactly where they are whenever they're there. So it's a little annoying, but honestly, you get used to it. Some of the older roads are a little bit more narrow, but they really need to fix some of the potholes. There's some pretty trashed roads in Opelika as far as just beat up, not super dirty, but just beat up. My next con that I got a big complaint about on Facebook was from the group was about Tigertown, and Tigertown needs a ton of updates. It just does. It was built in the early 2000s. You know, it was built right before the iPhone came out, right before a lot of stuff came out. So it's really not up to date. Now, it definitely has your stores like Target and Kroger and Lowe's, Home Depot, Kohl's, and we also have a Target, a Home Goods. Man, everyone is begging for a Home Goods here, so we'd love to have that. You know, some of your staple anchor stores for commercial areas, but as far as just the physical look of it, it just needs some love, and it's been there for probably 20 years now, so it could definitely use some work and some updating. And I'd love it if some of the bigger retailers would come in and renovate some of those spaces and bring in some some of the nice retail spots that you get in Birmingham, you get in Montgomery, Atlanta, Columbus. So we're looking forward to it. Another con that I heard was the 24-hour diner situation. So, you know, of course, in the South, we have Waffle House that's 24 hours and, you know, some typical as far as fast food restaurants. But, recently I spent some time in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and me and my dad, we went to a place called the Village Inn, which they used to have where he used to live and out west. And it's a great little 24-hour diner. Good pies, good food. You can kind of get breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever your flavor is at 3 a.m. But that was a pretty significant complaint, is that not having a 24-hour diner or really that place to go late at night. So my last con is that it's not Auburn. If you are an alumni, Opelika is just not Auburn. You know, the cost of living is a little less. Some people really want to live near the university. Opelika is a little bit quieter than Auburn, in my opinion. Now, Opelika is definitely a lot bigger. Auburn is very much bunched up in a tight circle around Shug Jordan and East University. It's definitely growing, but Opelika is definitely a little bit bigger town, so it's just not Auburn. Okay, so that's going to do it for our pros and cons of living in Opelika, Alabama. If you like this video and like the content, I highly suggest that you go ahead and throw a thumbs up down low, as well as just leave a comment. I might have missed something you guys may want me to tag on for another video. Please feel free, leave me some comments, some feedback. I'd love to hear from you. And like I said earlier, if you are relocating to the Auburn, Opelika area, I want you to go ahead and reach out to me and my team. We're a top-notch team here in the area. We'd love to take care of you, get to know you, really be the ears and eyes and boots on the ground for helping you find the right place that's for you. So until the next video, we'll see you later.